Hello and welcome to the show. We're back. And on today's show, we're taking a look at Zoids. Now Zoids were released in the early 80s by a Japanese company called Tommy. You had a Zoid for every budget. You got your big luxurious Zoid sets like this Zoidzilla over here. They were powered with batteries and had light up action. And you had the smaller Zoid models like this red Zark over here, which was the first Zoid I got back in the day. And they are operated with a wind-up motor. One thing that goes for all Zoids is they all came as model kits, so you build them together. Let's have a closer look at some of the Zoids in my collection and see if they still work after all these years. Let's start with taking a closer look at the first Zoid I got back in the 80s. This is a red Zark, one of the smaller Zoids. This is the instruction it came with and shows you a bit how to put models like these Zoids together. So really a model kit. And when you put it together the right way, this is what you end up with. Box art is pretty amazing too. Another fun feature of these Zoids is that each of them came with one or more minifigures. When I say mini, I really mean minifigure. These figures are really tiny. And the Zoids of the 80s can be divided in two fractions. On one hand you got the Zoids, and on the other hand you got the evil ones, the enemy. These are the bad guys, the red Zoids. And leader of the red Zoids is this guy, Krark, the evil Prince of Darkness. And want to guess the name of this guy over here? It's Gorr, the Lord Protector. Don't you just love those names they came up with in the 80s? Well, I hope you enjoyed that look at some of the Zoids I have in my collection. Do remember, these toys are very fragile, they're very old, so not all of them work anymore. Some of them in my collection still work, some of them don't work anymore, especially the smaller ones with those wind-up motors tend to have some issues over the years. This one is my favorite, Zoidzilla, so I thought it would be nice to round up this video with showing you my favorite Zoid. And he works on 4 batteries. These 2 smaller ones are for the light-up action. There's a light in the head of the Zoidzilla. Doesn't work anymore on mine, unfortunately. The big ones, the 2 C batteries, I use to power the Zoid, to move it, and that still works. If you remember the video I did last year, I raced this Zoidzilla against Trypticon. And that started off the Day at the Races series I did together with Jody from Gen X Toys Geek. Let the battle begin!
3, 2, 1, go!
And there he is, our champion Trypticon. For now, let's power up this Zoidzilla. And that's all for the first episode, but Jeff, Pete and I got plenty of more stuff lined up for this year, so stay tuned for this channel for more Chasing 80s toys. See you on the next one.